Welcome back, everyone. Today in this video, we are going to be reviewing the food expansion add-on created by Minty. This add-on is priced at 660 Minecraft coins. That's £3.29. It's roughly $4. According to the creators of this add-on, there is a total of 58 brand new seeds and crops. A new style of cooking is also available with tons of brand new recipes. Once the add-on is installed in a new or pre-existing world, you'll be given this. This is your starter book. It's going to explain everything you need to know and how to obtain certain things. It'll teach you about seeds and crops, fruits, meats, recipes, special foods, and even furniture. Now, no problem if you lose this. You can craft a brand new one. You just need a book and a carrot. Open up this. I'm not entirely sure if this can be done in player inventory. It cannot. So you have to do this via a crafting table. Really easy to make. Let's get started with the seeds and crops. The first thing I'm going to teach you is how to get yourself some salt. This becomes more useful a little bit later on. In order to get salt, you have to mine stone. I don't know if fortune's going to increase your chance, so we're just going to test this. Let's start with regular one. So we got 1 salt, we got 2, we got 3, we got 4. So it is quite common when you break stone. And something I have noticed throughout this add-on is you will get a lot very, very quickly. Let's try fortune here and see if it makes any form of a difference. No, it didn't. In fact, we actually got more with a regular pick. Let's move on to the seeds and how you obtain them, because you have to break certain items in Minecraft. If we go on the book, go to the top, tap on this, and we scroll down, you'll see tall grass will provide all of these. Now, it is a little bit confusing because it's not actually tall grass. It's just regular grass. To me, this is tall grass. Anyway, like I mentioned, you will get this in abundance. I personally think the drop rates of this are incredibly high. Like, every time you break it, you're pretty much guaranteed to get one. But all of the available seeds are inside of here. So let's see which ones we did manage to get versus didn't get. So we managed to get ourselves asparagus, aubergine. We didn't get the bell pepper. We did get plenty of corn seeds. We did get green grapes. We did get red grapes, purple grapes, and lettuce seeds. Also pomegranates. We did get radish. We did get kiwi. We didn't manage to get a broccoli, a ginger, or a vanilla. And yes, you can also get your regular wheat seeds. If we move on to the tall grass, it will provide all of these. So let's see how many in total we can get from this one. Like, they are really, really common to get. So we did get a lot there. Also, still providing the vanilla ones. But let's have a quick look. So I think we might have got one of every category there. Let's double check here. We missed out on a couple. So we didn't get a peanut. We didn't get onion seeds. We didn't get spring onion, but we did get chilies, garlic, peas, squash, pineapple. We did get cauliflower, cucumber, bilberry. We did get barberry, cloudberry, parsnip, and lingonberry. So they're all available inside of that. Once again, it just keeps going on. So the next list, let's go on this. Really bothers me the book starts at the bottom and doesn't keep you on the same page that you were on. Anyway, if we scroll down here, this is what the ferns are going to provide. So it is a little bit diverse. I like the fact that not everything can be obtained through grass. I really like the fact that salt could be mined. That was a pretty cool feature, in my opinion. I just think the drop rates really do need to be reconsidered. But again, we did manage to get ourselves quite a lot there. Moving on to the next one. Large ferns will provide something slightly different, but all of these are still providing vanilla seeds. Did these always provide seeds? I can't even remember. So inside of here, we can get things like rhubarb, elderberry, broad beans, artichoke, Brussels sprouts, parsley, yam, green, kale, spring onions. If you want to get your hands on some fruits, these are obtained by certain tree leaves, being oak, birch, spruce, jungle, mangrove, and further down available, you can get certain nuts via leaves. So let's go ahead and grab this. Let's see how many we get from this one. Certain fruits can drop from multiple trees as well. So many. So many. Every time you take down a tree, trust me, there is so many different entities. So on this occasion, we did get lemons, we did get pears, we did get oranges, peaches, plums, and kiwis. We didn't get grapefruits, limes, almonds. We did get apricots, the goji berries, and we did get the kumquat one as well. And of course, you can still get your saplings. So let's go through this one. One of my favorite ones, I think, was the jungle one because it doesn't constantly produce so many different things. Also, this is one way for you to get vanilla from breaking those ones. So we did get them all this time, I think. Aha, so yes, there we go. Managed to get ourselves some almonds. We did manage to get one of each one from inside of here, including the vanilla in quite an abundance. This one, okay, so maybe it wasn't jungle. Maybe I'm talking about the mangrove ones, but you come to this in order to get yourself the coconuts. By the way, again, you don't have to be hungry in order to eat these. It seems to be the case for most of the add-ons we've checked out. You could just go ahead and snack on them whenever you want. Obviously, a jungle will produce, well, plantain, I guess. Looks like a banana. We've got so many exotic, different kinds of fruits from this one. Then we move on to the mangrove. Yes, this was more my favorite one, because it only had a couple of different options. And in fact, I think it's just generally 2 different options. We have the durian and we have the fig. Do not Google how on earth figs are created, because if you enjoy figs, it's going to spoil it for you. Then we move on to this, which is going to produce fig, plum, and pear, along with a cashew nut. Once again, feel free to go ahead and eat them. And then the last one we have here is going to produce... Is this specific nuts from this one? Yes. Pistachio, dark oak sapling, and hazelnuts. I went ahead and planted all of the possible seeds that you can. I'm not the biggest fan of these textures, and I definitely think the farming add-on, or in fact, Bob's farming add-on, has better textures for their crops. But just like regular Minecraft, you can go ahead and break these. You'll end up with the specific item. By the way, I believe this is just an eggplant for my Americans. Brussels sprouts. We also have cauliflowers. Again, you'll be given the seeds as well, and they can be replanted. For some reason, they attach to walls, though. So any of the seeds that you have can just be replanted straight down along with the regular item. Bananas. Can these be transferred into this? Can these be transferred back into seeds? Strangely enough, they don't seem to be able to. So all of the available crops can be grown faster using bone meal if you wanted to. But very similar to Bob's farming, you can actually make yourself a watering can. This can be done with this specific recipe right here and does have to be filled up. Now, you get a lot of uses with this one, to be honest. You can see here how they're growing. So if you have large farms, which I imagine anyone who's downloading this will more than likely have large farms. Some of them don't grow, though. Kind of spreads out around them, but some of them do not grow. I noticed, like, these ones aren't actually growing from this. According to the guide, once the watering can is empty, you can place it down and refill it using a water bucket. But I can tell you from my experience, finding the sweet spot to fill this up is so incredibly difficult. I'm going to be honest with you. I've tried so many different times to try and fill this up. That just ends up happening. It ends up like sinking under the ground. I managed to fill it up on one occasion, and that was about it. So that part is just a little bit tedious. Time to become a gourmet chef. Let's learn about the cooking aspect of this add-on. It's probably my favorite thing in this add-on. There is a whole entire page dedicated to this in terms of the furniture you need to make, but also the meats and the recipes. But let's do this bit by bit. So you're going to need these materials here. Inside of a crafting table, this is going to make a butcher's block. Place down the butcher's block. Now, when you open this, there is going to be a bunch of recipes you are able to make. I have all the needed ingredients here. So if we put these inside of here, open this up, we are now able to make ourselves a ribeye steak. We're able to make ourselves some sausages. We're able to make ourselves some ham. Some of the recipes are going to require some bones. So a tomahawk steak is going to require you to have salt and bones. You can also make yourself things like sirloin. The raw lamb will require bones. There is one that requires chili as well. So let's find that one. I think it's the chorizo. It's this one. So you're going to need chilies with this one. So let's make the chorizo. Now, along with that, I want to see if they can be put in a regular furnace. Yes, they can. So if you wanted to make custom recipes, you can. Can they be put inside of a smoker? The answer to that is also yes. But there is an alternative way to cook this. I think just like some of the other recipes I've showed you today, these can just be eaten. As you guys know, vanilla recipes from a cow or a chicken, you can't just go and eat them straight away. However, I don't fully know all of the health points on these. I would love for this to be like on a wiki page of this, but maybe you wanted to eat some of the sausages or a ribeye steak. Oh yeah, and if you kill a squid, they will now drop something called squid meat. You also have frogs. If you kill a frog, they will drop raw frog legs. I believe these can just be cooked like regular ones. Yes, they can. Same for the calamari being the squid meat. That can instantly be cooked. And you could go ahead and eat these. So 2 separate versions of them. Once again, feel free to eat them. And one more time. Aha, okay, so it comes out as calamari. Okay. I like that. Maybe I spoke a little bit too soon. Let's move on to the much better way to do this. This is the needed recipe. It's just going to be 8 of these. Obviously, you are going to need coal as well. So go ahead and make this. Here is the recipe right here. This is the blast griddle. The blast griddle requires you to input coal by tapping on this. But you cannot do that until you've made a frying pan. Here is the recipe for a frying pan. So let's get this thing made as well. So frying pan has to go on top of this. Then you can put the coal inside of it. And then you can get cooking. You can use your regular meats, but you can also use the new ones as well. So let's go with like some of this. I think I've got a couple more recipes inside of here. So let's make some more, right? Let's make ourselves a ham. Let's make ourselves some raw pork shoulder. Let's start with this. Now, I like this, but what I don't like is there's no sounds to it. There's no like sizzling sounds. There's no particles or anything like this. Now, you can take this out and, like I said, eat it regularly. However, you can leave this inside of there. And once it is cooked, if you leave it inside of there too long, it will actually turn into charcoal, which I thought was a pretty cool feature. It's a very well-known feature from Farmer's Delight, whether you're playing on the Bedrock port or, in fact, the Java version. But I left it in too long, and then this happens. I just wish this had a few sound effects. It would be so much better. Now, if you wanted to take this off, crouch, hit this, and then you've got 2 options. So you can take this back. It will actually drop on the floor. This is a block. It's not an entity. You can actually break this with your hand. Doesn't require a pickaxe, which is quite strange. But then you could go ahead, place this down, and put this back on top. And of course, there is a cooking pot. Once again, made with some iron. 5 to be exact. Here is the exact recipe and guide for this. This also has to be placed on top of here. And you're also going to need yourself some coal. You only need like 1 of these to tap on this. That's all you need. I'm also going to break this and place this down. So we'll make 2 separate things here. Now, at this point, I do want to show you, it does become a little bit laggy sometimes. At this point, I'm having to like reload the add-on to kind of get rid of the lag. Not entirely sure what is causing that though. Let's make a special meal. The cooking pot works a little bit different. Starts by punching this. In doing so, recipes will pop up. You can see all of the possible recipes you are able to make. Now, I want to make myself, I don't know, let's go with a lamb stew. If I want to do this, I'm going to have to get the needed ingredients. So let's hit this again, go to recipes, go to lamb stew, and you'll see here, I need a bowl, cooked mutton, and some salt. I have that, so let's go ahead and add the items. This is going to fill up, but again, very static and boring in terms of the cooking process. They went through the complication of doing the hard stuff, but I think the basic stuff wasn't that exciting. You'll then be given this, and you can eat this. Once again, there are so many possible options you're able to make. Obviously, you could go a little bit more, I don't know, adventurous with some mac and cheese. Tap on this, go ahead and cook the recipe, add the items. All the colors are the same. Once again, in my opinion, I think the cooking process in Bob's Farming is a little bit more advanced than this. If you want to learn more about the recipes, there are so many different options you are able to make. Like, trust me, you are going to be here for a very, very long time. One thing I will say about this add-on is it has so many different options. The best way to learn this is just to open up the crafting table when you have certain ingredients. So you can make ourselves a cheese steak sub if I wanted to. Next option we have, let's make ourselves, what's this going to be? A croissant. Yes, let's make that. The next one we have, I think this might be tacos. So many different available options. And if you just grab a whole bunch, so I grabbed so many different materials here. If you open this up, you can see the things you can make. Like, you could go ahead and make a bacon sandwich. You could go ahead and make yourself, I don't know, bacon and egg sandwiches. The more you have, the better the recipes are going to be. There's just so many different things to choose between. Even a rhubarb custard pudding. Just like vanilla Minecraft, you can also turn these items into special golden versions. So you can make yourself a golden banana. You can make a golden strawberry, golden peanuts. You can also make yourself a golden peach. And there's probably some more that we're able to make, unless that's all of them. What's this one? Radish. I don't have that one. So, yeah, we can just eat these. They don't seem to give you special effects, but I imagine the hunger points are going to be so much better than regular ones. There are two types of special truffles you are able to obtain. An end one and a nether one. So this one can be obtained by killing Enderman as a drop. It doesn't seem to be a 100% drop rate, but you can get yourself an end truffle. As for the nether one, it's done through the nether sprouts. This is probably the most balanced one from my testing. If we just change our game mode here, this to me seemed like the more balanced one in terms of everything in today's video, because getting them is just such a rarity. Like, it took me forever to get them sometimes. Still haven't got it. Still haven't got it. Nether sprouts. Let's see how long this actually takes. Come on. Here we go. Nope. Still not producing it. There you go. That's how long it can take. Out of every single possible drop today, this one is the rarest. And what both of these do is make special cakes that will let you enter the end and the nether. I really love the recipes to this. You can go ahead. You can't place them down. That's sad. I wish you could. Looks like a macaroon, this one. But let's go to the nether first, right? If you consume this, it will instantly take you to the nether. Where it seems I'm going to die. So we're going to eat the next one and go to the end. This one will put you right next to the Ender Dragon, though, rather than putting you on the obsidian platform. So I'll be honest, this isn't my favorite farming, cooking, or food add-on, but it is very reasonably priced. I think there's a couple of improvements needed. Like, the cooking aspect seems a little bit underwhelming. I think drops of seeds is just a little bit too high. Besides that, though, the add-on is pretty solid, and I would recommend it.